o'clock. We're here. He's making a bet right now.
I had to finish making my bet I had to finish making my bet this morning real quick.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry about that, people.
Yeah, my man up here making bets early in the morning.
I had to get my pick in.
Let me wet my whistle. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning work day.
Ben's already blowing us up.
Yeah, I know. Ben's already started. He started way early this morning.
Ben, we don't care about your picks.
Our host today is not here. So it's me and BJ filling in today as normal, as usual. And we're going to have fun, of course. I'm sitting here and I've got my screen just flashing through stuff, social media stuff and all that. But we are here. It's Sunday morning work day. Ben's absent. You got me and BJ today. Did you like the reel I put up the other day?
Yes, I did. The picture, man, I'm like,
it was fun.
Where did you find that thing?
I'm learning how to do that though now. It's actually getting fun because I'm actually learning how to do the stuff. And we're trial and error. It gets better. It gets way better. And of course, here with our Sunday morning work day, of course, we always go through and we do our little segments with our sponsors.
I'll let you start that. I'm going through the
I know he's going through that, and I'll go through our sponsors like normal. And we like here at Sunday morning work day to thank our sponsors. And first off, we start off with the Kicker. And the Kicker, with over 6,000 RPMs of oscillation, the Kicker's innovative design targets muscle fibers in two directions simultaneously, maximizing efficiency for superior results. This dual action approach not only saves time, but also penetrates deeper, breaks up tension faster, and promotes better recovery, helping you to achieve noticeable improvements in less time. That is the Kicker. Please. And I did get some news on that, on the Kicker. So within hopefully before the year begins, we got the prototypes coming out, and he's going to send it to us.
Nice.
He's already went through the process of the testing and everything for the Kicker. So for people, it is coming here. We're going to demonstrate it, and it'll be on sale for everybody. But I just want everybody to know that it is coming. We're going to demonstrate it right here. And so he gave me the good news on that. He does, the creator of the Kicker, he does thank everybody. He thanks us, and we thank him for allowing us to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's on its way, people. The Kicker's on its way. We also like to shout out to D-Block Catering and Fish Fry, serving up seafood on various blocks. He's got catfish, cod, bass, whatever. He's got the fish that you love to eat. And he's also got it's not called coleslaw. It's called soul slaw. So check out D-Box Catering. It's on Facebook. Just look him up. Harry and Roy, D-Box Catering. Look him up and give him a call. We also like to talk about Gomez Transportation Services. He's got junk removal, cargo and freight deliveries, commercial and boat delivery, and more. You can get your moving and things done for those kind of deals. Call Gomez Transportation. And you can also call him for a free quote. The free quote is number is 540-305-6942. That is 540-305-6942. That is Gomez Transportation Services. And then also Whitetail Property Real Estate with Chad Pangle at whitetailproperties.com. Chad Pangle, Whitetail Properties Real Estate. If you're looking for some land to build on or something like that, look up Chad Pangle and Whitetail Properties Real Estate. His number is 540-975-3487. 540-975-3487. He's got an alternate number, 217-285-9000. 217-285-9000. That is Chad Pangle and Whitetail Properties Real Estate. We'd like to give a shout out because there was something interesting that happened this week, and I'm going to give some shout-outs to some people here before I get into it. Ciro's Pizza, we give a shout-out. Los Padillas, Los Truncas, Krabby Maggie's, Box Office Brewery, The Doggery, Spelunkers. We also give a shout-out to Cassie Atkins and Rise and Recovery. She treats addictions, and she's also there as a therapist if you need to talk to somebody. Check out Rise and Recovery with Cassie Atkins. Also, we just once again, Strasburg Youth Midget Football, even though the season's over, please, when they come up, please support that program. They teach kids from the youth up how to play the wonderful game of football, teaches them the right form so they don't get hurt and stuff like that. And then also Upward Sports. We give just all credit to them. They have already registered. They're getting ready to start their season. Please check out. I still think you can register. I believe you still can. Please check them out. Another organization for kids that start them out from the ground up that teaches them. And this program also goes from kindergarten all the way up to K-12. I mean, to 12th grade. I don't know what to say.
What about 45 and older?
Well, unfortunately, we're out of that mix. I don't think you can teach us any more than we already know. And if you did teach us anything else, it'd be probably problematic because we'd probably be a pain learning it. So, but yeah, check out Upward Sports and support that program, please. We give a shout out to Rob Beecher and Upward Sports program, and we thank you for that. Reason I wanted to save this last one for last, shout out Melted Dreams Food Truck. Did you see his post?
I saw a few of them.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give a good shout out to Melted Dreams Food Truck for a reason. Of course, they took online deliveries. He has been getting swamped.
Yeah, I saw the one from Friday saying how.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if anybody would know anything, if they would see what's going on, he's picking up ground.
Yeah, and it's because he's busy all the time.
Exactly. And his food is proven.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Guy Fieri from Triple D. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Yeah. Come down here to the Melted Dreams in Strasburg, Virginia.
Yeah, stand on the corner of Strasburg one time.
Yeah, just stand on the corner because the other night it was an hour. Some orders, it was packed. I mean, it was blocks long. Yeah. I mean, but he's been gaining that ground. Even before he was doing that, he was gaining that ground.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the summertime, you come around there and the line be backed up.
Yeah, so that's
almost a subway.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, you know, regardless of now that they put in online ordering,
yeah,
it's even going to get better for him, for them. And I really appreciate. To me, it was just something that you don't see very often. A business start to explode in a town. Yeah. I mean, we see businesses come up and they gradually grow and all that. It's very rare you see a business that has people standing outside around the corner,
coming from an hour away to eat.
Yeah, you know, and that goes to show the credit. So please patronize Melted Dreams, help them out. You know, I mean, help all the establishments out that you can. But Melted Dreams, please help them out because it's a special thing.
Yeah.
Because I can remember when I first saw them. They came to Upward Sports. They were, you know, during the games and stuff like that. They were, and you could tell it was small, you know. And that was a few years back. Look how fast they've doubled and tripled.
Yeah, quintupled.
Yeah,
it's through the roof.
It is.
It's through the roof.
So I'm just wanted to say that because to me that's something special for this town, for people who come to this town to set up a business.
Yeah, and
they see that they've been welcomed.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people, if y'all don't know the history of Strasburg, it's tough to get a business in Strasburg. It really
it's something that lasts.
Yeah, something that lasts.
Ciro's has been here forever.
Yeah, so
Great Wall has lasted through everything.
Foxes,
fortunately, Queen Street.
Yeah,
you know, and then before that, you had High Neighbor. That was here forever.
We got some good history.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what else do you got to do around here other than eat?
Well, they love football and wrestling.
Yeah. Speaking of football,
that's where we're at. You know, I have to look.
Speaking of football,
they walked the dog.
Dude, we did more than walk the dog. Dude, we had the choker chain on that thing and just pulled it back tight.
No, I tell you what happened.
It could. I wanted it to be worse. Don't get me wrong. I wanted it to be worse, but it was kind of exciting to see when they're early in the third quarter after we scored again, and just people started getting up and leaving from the other side. It was. That's what those of you who know we're talking about. Strasburg faced Central for in the second round of the playoffs this past weekend. We hosted, and as Rick said, we walked the dog.
Well, what they really did was they took them behind the back of the shed. they just let him back there, just like Danny does. He took them back to the back. Strasburg took them back to the back of the shed, pulled their pants down. Yeah. They didn't get a belt. They pulled the switch.
Yeah.
And they just proceeded and with every syllable, didn't I tell you that we are going to win?
I want to say Central, other than the drive that we aided with 2 more 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct.
Can't do that. Guys, keep your head.
That led to the score. They might have had the ball 2 minutes going into that drive before they scored. We just dominated on both sides of the ball. I mean, we took the opening drive, chewed up 10 minutes.
And I think that's Stewart's draft.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a game.
Yeah, yes. Of course, draft beat number 1 Buckingham 20-13 to advance to. Now we host draft, and then whoever wins this game will host the winner of Pocosin, who's number 2, and number 1 Armstrong, which I've never heard of Armstrong.
Well, Armstrong wasn't in it last year, so this year is a good year for them. They're there.
So. Graham lost,
and Graham's tough.
Graham lost to Union. Of course, everybody's seeing all the stuff on Facebook about the Union head coach.
I didn't want to inform people here.
He is missing. Supposedly, the police were headed to his place of residence to investigate him having improper pictures of an underage student or something. I don't know.
That's all we need.
I'm just reading off Facebook, but he has went missing. They cannot locate him, but they did beat Graham 6-0 without their head coach. Don't know what's going on there. It's just what you read on Facebook. So, boys, we're 2 wins away from redemption game. So, we're 2 wins away.
But the good thing is, to be quite honest, I want to see Strasburg do this for a reason. I don't think, have we ever had a football state title?
No.
Exactly.
Don't fact.
They've had a lot of titles, especially in wrestling. I mean, when it comes to wrestling, Strasburg dominates. Baseball for a while dominated. You got some titles there.
Yeah, we got a state title there.
Do we have one in basketball?
No.
So basketball and football.
We made a deep run back with Jeff Whittle and Andrew Downer.
And for people who don't know, for high school sports, making a deep run, that's getting all the way to at least regional competition.
Yeah, I mean
deep into the regional competition.
Strasburg consistently has good teams. We might not have teams that make deep runs, but for a small town, like you highlighted, baseball, football, wrestling, and you see a lot of that wrestling. You got to use wrestling.
Yeah.
Use football.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Travel. You got, the basketball teams are consistent, but a lot of it starts at that young age.
Yeah.
Learning the game, learning the sports, doing the right way of doing it, and it pays off.
Well, when you talk about that, it's also talk about the coaching. When we're talking about high school football and all that, it's talking about the coaching that comes in. And we've talked about this before. When it comes to coaches, now I can name off some historical coaches right now in high school sports in this area, just in this area alone.
You saw Coach Smoot get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Smoot for baseball.
Baseball.
Proctor for football, French for basketball. For Warren County, you have Coach Moose, Dixon for Hanley, the coach for Stonewall, football coach.
Dick Kroll.
So we got some legendary coaches here that did. And What people don't understand in this area, and we can talk about Hanley, we can talk about James Wood, which had some great teams at that point in time.
Girls just won their 4th straight state title in
volleyball.
So
in this area alone, between the Woodstock, Front Royal, Winchester, Strasburg, that whole Mount Jackson, this whole area, we've had some athletes.
Yeah.
We've had some coaching that develops good talent.
Yeah, Gordon softball down there in Page County.
But also, they not only groom talent, but what they're doing is, most of us who've been under that coaching, as much as we may have despised that coaching at the time, as we got older, even though we may have not have went to another level or something like that in our sports career, they gave us something to hang back on to why we have the pride and stuff that we have in the teams in the towns that we live in.
I tell you, I've been out of school for a million years. You cut me, I still bleed purple.
Right. I'm still Warren County.
I like people from.
See, that's the problem. I got mixed blood because I got purple and
don't get me wrong. I like people from Woodstock. Yeah. I have friends in Woodstock, but I despise Central with a passion. And nothing makes me feel better than when they get on the bus. We were walking out of the stadium, and I walked by the 3 buses, and they were sitting there idle. And I said, "You know what? That's the best tax money I've ever spent. Warming them buses up to get them back to the other end of the county. Get out of Strasburg, And it's just. But that's how it was. Rivalries. That's how rivalries are meant to be.
But the thing is, this is what people don't get. They think rivalries on the field. I don't have to like you.
No.
And that's plenty, and that's the way it was. As we were coming up, I remember me and Jimmy Fox, best friends growing up, and once I moved to Warren County, still best friends. Yeah. But I remember there was one point we were playing them. I was in the backfield, and Jimmy Fox was, of course, the middle linebacker for Strasburg. And the first words, "If you get the ball, I'm nailing you."
It's just how it is.
And of course, my thought was, I'm gonna run you over.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't gain but 1 yard that whole game. They stopped me from 1 yard. I got like 6 carries, 1 yard the whole game. But I mean, it was a point that after it was all said and done. I mean, it was
you dap it up. Everything is legit.
Exactly, and that's what I like about it. And I was probably in middle school when we played then, because once I got to high school, basketball calls started to go. Guess what? Yeah. Rick's going to take the best offer that he has going somewhere.
I'm going to play basketball.
Yeah, basketball and track, because that's where I was getting the offers from. So that's what I was going for.
Exactly.
And found out I didn't like college whatsoever and just joined the military.
Nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that at all.
And that wasn't true. I mean, I did not like them. I did not like college. I tried it. My thing was I could party all day long.
Wendy goes, "Yes, Ricky, you have purple in your veins."
Yes, I know. I got the maroon and gray, and I got the purple and white in my veins too.
I root for Warren County now, because that's where my kid, one of my kids teaches over there. So I root for Warren County when it comes to JV basketball.
And I do cheer for Skyline also, just because it was a break from Warren County.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't, if you first come here, you don't realize that was a break from Warren County High.
Yep. when Warren County would come to the Hardwood Classic, or when they would play Strasburg, I got my Strasburg gear on. I sit on the Warren County side for the JV game, and that's where my kids coach. And then I go back home for the varsity game.
And I like the classics in basketball, high school basketball. If any of y'all see the Hardwood Classic, but there used to be the Apple Valley Tournament, and that took the Hardwood Classic. Actually took the place of that. It was in Hanley. The reason I'm bringing this up, because this was a funny basketball story. You remember the Canes, James Wood?
Yeah.
At that point in time, I think James Wood was like number 3 in the state, something like that, and they, of course, AAA. And in that tournament was Hanley, James Wood, Warren County, and Harrisonburg. And at that time, Harrisonburg had a guy, Kevin Madden, who played for North Carolina, who was going to North Carolina. Well, Hanley and us played first in the tournament. And on the way back through the locker room after the game, we were on the Warren County. We were on the same side as, or in the same locker room with Harrisonburg. But one of our players decided he didn't like none of the Kane brothers. So he went and talked to Kevin Madden. And he happened to just tell Kevin Madden a bunch of stories that they were talking crap about him and all this. And so in that Apple Valley Classic, I can say Kevin Madden proceeded to have a game against Chase Wood and basically almost destroyed him by himself. I mean, that's what creates fun in high school sports. It created rivalries. Us and Hanley, us and Strasburg, us and James Wood. I mean, it just crisscrossed. And when you got in those to see the stadiums filled, whether it be football or basketball, baseball, to see the, just the gyms full from both sides.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is the history, especially of Strasburg and Central, and Stonewall and Warren County. Yeah. They bring the whole towns.
Nothing was more fun than watching my older brother play basketball and have Coach French and Coach Walters from Central just going at it on the court, dude. That old gym in the high school has a lot of history in it.
Yes, it does.
It used to get so hot in there. It's so loud. I don't even know how the bleachers ever withstood, because you had, dude, the bleachers were sagging. People lined up on the walls. There was never enough room.
Heck, you couldn't even better not die for a ball going straight out of bounds. No. Because you want to hit a cement wall and some bars.
Yeah, Rappahannock had what, Daryl Whitmore, but
Warren County had.
Warren County, and it's just like all them. It's just like you couldn't fit anybody else in those gyms.
You bring up stuff. We're bringing up a lot of history from this town and stuff, but you're bringing up something that makes me laugh about it, because here's another good story. Walker Lambiot. Central High. Walker Lambiot facing Warren County. At that time, Warren County was ranked number 9 in the state. Central was ranked number 5. Central comes to Warren County. The first words out of Walker Lambiot's mouth. Now, our gym was big. We got to play in a Cracker Jack box. Now, they beat us, but they didn't beat us by much. Now, we went to Central following. My cousin decides, once we walk through the gym, and the gym's still small, they haven't rebuilt yet. We're getting ready to watch the JVs play. My cousin looks around, he's just like, and he called our gym a Cracker Jack box. He said, I guess this must be the alternate gym. They just got the JV playing on this side. We're going to have to go somewhere else to find the varsity.
No.
But I mean, I laugh about it because he called our gym, which was way bigger, a Cracker Jack box, and we went into the old gym. Whoa, dude. You hardly got room to breathe. You're going to call our gym, which our gym, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different rooms. Bleacher, I mean, you got space from the sidelines. If you push the bleachers back, you got space. From the wall to the rim, you got space to dive for a loose ball.
Not in the old gyms back in the day.
Yeah, and that was Warren County's old gym versus he called it a Cracker Jack box. So I'm sitting there laughing. I'm just like, wow. But that's all-American status for all. He had that privilege to say that,
Yes, he did.
He was a good player. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie. His brother, as far as football, was probably one of the best in this area.
Yep.
Got drafted by the Eagles.
Yep.
So we've had some legends. Daryl Whitmore played for the Florida Marlins.
Yep.
We had Rozier Jordan played for, this is out of Warren County, I believe he played for the Cleveland Indians.
Yep. Dana Allison played for the
Oakland A's. Yep. Sam Haley played for the Seattle Mariners. So we've had some people come out. We've had some people, the other Dixon from Winchester. Phil Dixon played for Maryland.
No, that was his brother, Juan.
Juan Dixon. Yeah, ended up playing for Maryland. I think he ended up getting drafted too. I don't know if he had a long career.
Yeah, he played in the NBA with the Wizards, And
then we still got some people. We have Kelly Washington.
Yeah, he
played for the Patriots.
Yeah.
So we've had some people here. We still have one guy from Millbrook ended up in the NBA. I can't think of his name right now. So we've had some people from this area actually make it.
Yeah.
Actually make it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if they didn't have a long career or whatnot. They got there.
They got there.
It's,
what is it? 1%?
Well,
chances of making it to the pros.
I used to break it down when we coached. I used to break it down to the parents sometimes. When all the parents thought their kid was the next Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
That the guy that sat on the bench in college was a stud in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm talking a guy who sat 4 years in college.
Yeah.
He was a stud in high school. And the percentage of these guys, once you get to each level, the percentages drop for you to make it. So you can start at 90% at 5 years old.
Yeah. By
the time you hit at least, let's say 10 years old, your percentage has already dropped down to 80 to 75.
Yeah.
By the time you get to your junior year in high school to senior year, your percentage has already dropped down to 50 to 40%. Now, by the time you get to college, because every area has athletes, every state has athletes, and now you're looking worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay, so not just the U.S. looking at colleges for people from the U.S. Now for pro sports, we're looking worldwide. We're not just looking at U.S. colleges or high school. So now your percentages drop way down to about 1%.
Yeah.
It's hard to make it. You've got to have a drive. For parents who want to know if your kid's got what it takes, I'm going to give you an indication. This is one clue. If your kid is 2 years old and all they want to do is pick up a basketball consistently, and they want to learn they want the form, they keep going, and that's all they want to do. Or football, consistently throw and catch, consistently baseball, same way. If they do it at 2 years old, work with them. If they still want to do it at 3, continue to work with them. By the time they get to 5 years old, if you're continuing that process, if they want to do it, you'll know.
Yeah.
Because by then the skills will have already developed, and they'll already have that in their system. Now, the only thing I say from that is don't get disappointed, because regardless of how good they can be in this area, remember, other areas have other stars.
Yep.
And the bigger the area, the more stars. So, here in this area is a lot of big fish and little ponds.
Yeah.
I recognize that just by playing basketball, G. I'm telling you, when I hear 6'4", what's the first thing they tell you around here? Oh, you're a big man.
Yeah, you're number 5.
Yeah, you go down low.
Yep, you're playing in the post.
And let me tell you how much of a big
6'4" ain't even a guard anymore.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna give you this, and I've told this story before, but I'm gonna say it again just for y'all to know. Here, 6'4", I'm a center or a big forward or a small forward. When I got into the military, played basketball for that team, and it was a traveling team. It was almost semi-pro ball. I am the second smallest guy on the team. They looked at me and called me shorty. Does that say so? At 6'4"? Yeah. What's up, shorty?
What are you, a shooting guard?
Now, I'm going to tell you how awkward it was for that. Our point guard was 6'6".
Yeah.
Our actual shooting guard was another 6'4" guy. I'm playing small forward at 6'4".
Guarding guys that are 6'10".
Guarding guys 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". But I will say this, Coach Moose, thank you, because that defense the defense you taught me got me to starting position as a small guy. 6'4", you don't start.
No.
I should have been just a off the bench guard, or come off the bench, maybe small forward. I actually was a starting forward because the defense, I ended up being like the Dennis Rodman. I didn't have to score, but I'm going to take your top guy and shut him down.
Damn right.
And that was, I'm telling you, it was pride, and that's what this area has.
Yep.
That's what it instilled in me. And I'm going to tell you, I never thought about it until I got older. What this town, what Warren County did, what the coaches did, some of the teaching staff that we have that cared.
Yep.
And I say that because some of that is what we're missing now. And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to caring about the students, get back to caring about the kids when they're trying to perform, they want to learn. Like I said, with upper sports, I volunteered to coach this year, like I did last year, and also referee again. And I will say it is fun and exciting running up and down the court. It hurts sometimes.
I don't have to know.
Look, he's debating because I asked him to come and help me. So he's debating. I say we need some more referees.
The refereeing part's a possibility.
That's all you need. That's all. We need referees.
The coaching is
no, just the referee. That's all we need. We need referees.
I don't know.
Just don't tee people up often.
I'll be teeing the parents up.
The parents don't get unruly over there. I'm sure you got some.
Dude, I get teed up in the bleachers at men's rec games. What are you talking about?
I know I gotta keep my mouth shut when I'm at men's rec games. I do.
I get teed up and given the ref. You know, if you don't want to do the job, don't harass the guys that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? I could say it, you know, as fans, yes, we get frustrated. We do give officials grief. You know, we do cuss at them. But look, people, if you're not willing to go out there and do the job, keep your mouth shut, because in a couple of years, we might not have people that are willing to go out and do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell this story.
I mean,
we're telling stories here this morning, too, while we're talking on this. Before we get into the NFL, we're telling some stories here.
Good morning, everybody that's tuned in.
I just want to say this. You sit there and talk about don't do the job. There was a referee. There was a referee. I'm not going to say, well, I might end up saying his name by accident. I'm not going to say his name. But he was one of those referees that he got harassed, whether he was refereeing high school, whether he was refereeing probably Little League, whether he was refereeing the men's league.
Yeah.
And all because he got caught peeping in somebody's window. Now imagine you're a referee in a basketball game and you miss a call and your court record says you were a peeping Tom. You can imagine what people were saying. And there was a men's league game. This guy was refereeing. He missed. I mean, it was a bad call. He missed it totally. And there was a guy in the bleachers that said, "I bet you would have saw it if you were peeping through a window."
I've had to umpire a few Little League games over the years. You know, I go up to watch my nephews play, and my brother be like, "We ain't got no umpire. You umpire?" I said, "Sure, I'll umpire." And, you know, I go out there, and the coaches come out. First thing I ask, like, "Dude, can your catchers catch?" You know, because that's the difference between wearing shin guards and not wearing shin guards.
That's also the difference between wearing a cup and not a cup. But
then I tell them, look, you know, these are 8-year-old kids. If they're consistently hitting 2 inches off the plate, then it's going to be a strike. You know, if not, we're going to be here for 5 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind doing stuff like that, but I don't think I could, the way I am now, the first time a parent would come unglued and start, I would probably lose my shit.
Now, see, we're back to it, ladies and gentlemen. See, I got some more. I got some funny ones.
I would probably lose my shit and then lose my free Gatorade that I'm supposed to be getting at the end of the game and have to leave thirsty.
Okay, baseball, related to baseball. I got a good one here. I was umpiring a game, and my sons happened to be playing when I was umpiring. And I was an unbiased official. I got to give a pat on the back. I mean, because you don't want to be biased, you know, because somebody say, "Hey, your son's on the other team, you're calling everything for them."
Yeah.
Whatever. No, I was actually unbiased. But the guy they had pitching threw such a curveball. You remember Eric Seelock?
Yes.
I believe it was his son Brandon who was actually catching at the time. And I'm sitting there, and this kid throws a curveball from hell. I'm talking when it left, it looked like I'm already, by the time it made it rise, I'm like, that's a ball in my mind.
Yeah.
It made such a curve that dropped. And I already said ball. I'm not, ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about a funny thing that would have been on TV for a kid to an adult? When he caught the ball right here, he looked back at me and said, really? And
it's probably because you were turning too, because you were probably like
I'm
a batter.
waiting for it because it came right and then boom. I already said ball. It was a strike, ladies and gentlemen. But the habit, when he caught it and never moved his glove and looked back at me and just said, really? And all I could do was, yeah, I screwed that one.
Yeah, I missed that one.
And I did. And I'm just like, and I'll give you another one because it was actually the same exact game. My youngest son's up the bat. I'm one of those guys, 3-2. If next pitch, if it's close, you better swing.
Yeah.
If it's close, because if it's very close, I'm going to call
I'm ringing you up.
Yeah. I've always been that guy. I've always been taught, protect the plate, 3-2. If it's close, go.
I threw my brother out of a game when I was umpiring the bases. Bear. He got picked off at first, and he started, and I run him.
But I did. I'm sitting there. Yeah. My son, he's sitting there at bat. It's 3-2 is the count, full count. The pitch come. It was a ball. I called a strike. He looked at me because it was way out. I mean, I was automatically in my mind. I was looking. You better swing.
You were looking banging.
Yeah, and it was actually a ball. I called a strike. It was so funny because my son looks over at the coach. The coach looks at him. He said, "Don't look at me. Your dad's the one who called me."
Yeah.
So that's the fun part.
Yes.
You know, of refereeing, of coaching, the stuff like that with the kids. I had enjoyment. You know, I can honestly say, even in high school, I had enjoyment with some of the stupid stuff that would happen.
Yes.
I know I got my chin busted in the high school practice one day. I hit the floor. Some guy fell. You know, yeah. Chin busted open. I got blood flowing everywhere. And Coach Bruce turned around. And the first word he says was, just don't get it on the uniform.
That shit don't come out. That shit don't come out.
The floor is fine. Everything else. Just don't get it on the And, of course, I would do my speech for the youth. BJ's heard it. Remember the Titans? Everybody would hear it. Every year, I would say it when I was coaching, especially if one kid said, when do we get a water break? It's the worst mistake you could ever make with me as a coach. I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, or football. No. I am Denzel Washington when it comes to coaching when a kid asks for a water break. Because I will use the line. Water makes you weak. Water's for cowards. Water's for washing blood off my uniforms, and we don't get blood on my uniform now, do we? And if you don't like it, we're going to do up downs until you're no longer tired or thirsty.
Yeah, I will up down you till you throw up.
So that is me in a nutshell. Now, do I really put them through that?
No. You got to talk a big game.
I got to talk a good game to the kids. But, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's some of our stories about the history of this place, some of the fun that we had growing up.
So, good luck, boys.
Yes.
Hey, Strasburg, show out next week.
Put your heart into it. We're behind you. We're with it.
Yeah. Everybody needs to be at that game next week. Everybody.
And by the way, just so y'all know, that is the day after. That's a day or 2 days after. Is it Saturday or Friday?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Oh, hold on.
I believe it's a Saturday game on this one.
I didn't even look at that this morning.
So we're trying to figure out for Saturday. I believe it's a Saturday game that game will be taking place.
11/28. What is the 28th?
Nobody knows when the 28th is. Well, today's the 23rd.
It's Friday night football, baby.
Wow. So it is Friday.
I love it.
So it is Friday. So next Friday, and that's the day after Thanksgiving. For all y'all who celebrate those holidays, the day after Thanksgiving. And I just want to say before we go into the NFL, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I don't celebrate it, but I had a good friendsgiving with my new family over there, and
we all did.
We had a great time, and I just want to say for all y'all, be careful out there on the holidays as y'all are traveling, because I know some people are going to do some traveling. Be careful. As a matter of fact, because me and the wife, I believe, are traveling. I'm not sure. I got to ask her. I'm not sure. I don't ever keep track. I'll let her do the
You just do whatever you're told to
exactly.
do. The same as the rest of us.
I do what every guy does when they're married. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, whatever.
So, but be careful on your travels, please. Eat to your fill and your heart's content. That's all I can say. Whether it be fried turkey, baked turkey, whatever you're eating, whether it be fried chicken, I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Ham, whatever.
Like sardines, no crackers.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. But please be careful on the road if you're traveling. Make it to your destinations and make it back to your home safely. Let your kids enjoy and have a good time. But we hope to see you Friday. Of course, I think I'll be out of town Friday. But we hope to see you at Strasburg game Friday to support the team. Strasburg, give them hell. We got faith in you and confidence in you. And so let's get this party started. We done talked about reminisce about old days.
Now, Ben, I know you're watching. I'm getting ready to break some shit to you that's going to break your heart about your Patriots. So make sure that you really pay attention to what I'm saying and think about before you respond.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start off in the NFL. We're going to go with the power rankings.
Well, because this is what you went with that without even knowing. This is how we're so in sync and not being off script. I went with if the playoffs started now. In the AFC, right now, if the playoffs were to start, this is what you have. Denver would actually be the number 1 seed because of 4 points against.
Yep.
New England would be number 2.
Yep.
They would actually probably face, I have to say, the Texans because Texans are at 6-5. Indiana, the Colts would be number 3 and would probably have to face the Jaguars because that would be the next ones in. Denver would have the bye. That would mean New England. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because it's 7-part series. 7 teams enter in that. So the Texans would probably face New England. Indy would probably face Jaguars. Buffalo would face the Chargers.
Yeah.
Right now, that if in the AFC playoffs were to start today, that's the way it would go. Denver's actually the number 1 seed. Yeah. And to Ben's credit, Patriots would be number 2 right now. So I give them that credit. That's about as far as it goes, though, because I still think Indy's a better team.
Yes.
NFC is a little more complicated.
Yes, it is.
And the reason I say that, because right now, the Rams would have the number 1 seed.
That's right. They will.
Yep. The Eagles, even though they both have the same record, 0.4 points against, strength of schedule, the Eagles will be number 2. The Bears actually have the number 3 seed.
Yep.
So that would mean the Bears would either face these 3 teams, one of these 3, because all these are sitting at the bottom tier, looking to get in. Detroit, San Francisco, or Carolina. Those 3 right now on the bubble to get in. Because you got Tampa Bay at 6-4, who would probably end up playing the Bears. The Eagles will probably end up playing one, or I should say the Eagles will play one of those 3 teams. Detroit, 49ers, or Carolina. And then you have Seattle and the Packers. So it's going to be interesting. Yep. If the playoffs were to go today, this would be interesting.
All right, the power rankings. They got this week. I got the Rams at 1.
Right.
Eagles at 2. The Pats at 3, but I'm going to get more into depth on that for Ben.
Yeah.
Colts at 4. Broncos at 5. Bills at 6, even though they can't seem to win a game. Seahawks at 7, Lions 8, Niners at 9, and Tampa at 10.
Okay.
All right. This is where we're going to dig in. Who is for real in the AFC?
Right.
Okay. you can't count the Chiefs out yet at 5-5. There's still a lot of football left.
Yes, and today is going to be the determining factor,
yes.
to be quite honest.
Yes. Buffalo worries me now.
Yeah, and I picked them for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on in Buffalo right now. You can't count the Ravens out.
No, that's another one.
But to me, the two teams in the AFC that you really got to look out for are Denver Broncos and the Colts.
Yeah.
Denver, to me, has it all. They have a banging defense, and Sean Payton just knows how to coach offenses to win.
Yeah.
Ben, these are the reasons why New England will go nowhere. Okay, they do have a couple wins against teams with a winning record.
Yeah,
they beat a defeated Tampa team.
Yeah,
and they beat the Bills. Okay, they beat them two teams by a combined 8 points. They lost to the Steelers by 7. Okay, the other teams other than the Bills and Steelers that they've played have a combined record of 20-52.
Wow.
20-52. Really, Ben? 20-52.
Well, that's because we've often said they're in a soft division. Mm-hmm. Their division is soft.
20-52.
Because really, they only got one team, Buffalo, to contend with.
Yeah. 20-52 is your record picking for the year.
But in retrospect to what you said, you also got to look at what people aren't seeing is Jacksonville's not playing bad.
No, they're not. They're sneaky. They're sneaky.
Houston's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You don't know what Houston you're going to get.
Dude, I don't know how Houston won the other night with Davis Mills at quarterback. It's just Buffalo can't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd really be quite honest. I think what got in Buffalo's way is arrogance.
I don't know if it's arrogance.
I mean, I say that because
going on. Maybe their defense isn't that good.
But that's not really where they're faulting. Their offense is turning the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, how do you go from 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing, to throwing 3 picks?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Josh Allen, to me, is.
I think he's trying to do it all on his own.
And he doesn't need to. Why go away from the formula that was winning?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I've never seen this Josh Allen.
No.
This is a guy who's turned the ball. I mean, but then again, we've never seen Derrick Henry do some of the stuff he did earlier.
And this is another thing that I have. Drake May's leading the league in passing right now, 2,800 yards. We're on pace to have the league leader maybe break 4,000 yards passing this year. I mean, that's 2,800 yards through 11 games. If he averages what he's been doing, he's going to throw for 42 and some change. If he runs into a team where New England plays like they should actually be playing, he's not going to throw for 250. He's going to throw for $140, $120. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, we could actually have a passing leader throw for 4,000 yards and win. It's, the average you're looking over the years, it's been 47, 48. 5. I don't know what is going on with it. This has just been it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy season.
There's a lot of parity too, because what you're seeing is, and you sit there and say that, and I'm looking at a team right now who's got a defense that nobody really talks about, and that's Denver.
Yeah, I mean,
Denver rocks on defense.
Look at New England's record. Okay. Look at their points differentials against teams. They're only plus 86 in point differential playing against teams that are 20-52. Plus 86.
Wow.
Ben, they're not that good. They're not that good. They're probably a 9-7 team. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because
what is it now? They're 17, 9-8.
Yeah.
They're
that weaker division.
86 point differential playing against teams that are 20-52 overall. I mean, if you had a plus 220, then I would say, yeah. New England might be for real.
Now, I got to ask you this question because you were sitting there talking about it. We talked about the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, they have to almost win out because the Chargers ain't going nowhere.
Dude, the Chargers can't win now either, though. The Chargers got spanked by Jacksonville. 35.
That's why I said
6.
Jacksonville's
Was it 35-6?
Yeah.
I mean,
the Chargers still are formidable as far as that conference, that division.
Yeah.
So they almost Kansas City would have to win out. Yeah. Now, I will say this. The more I look at some of these divisions and some of these teams, this is one thing I will say. And I'm going Cleveland, scrap the whole pile. Scrap the whole pile, start over. Matter of fact, as far as an owner, you probably need to sell out. Let somebody take the daggone team that's going to do right by it. Because you haven't done right by your organization, Cleveland. I sat there and watched the dark side of football yesterday. And they talked about how Cleveland's went through, ever since after Kozar, how they went down. And then I'm finding that the more I look into what Cleveland is doing, because I want to get to Cleveland, why? Because who is starting today?
I'm expecting to see something different than what we saw the second half of last week.
Okay. Shedeur Sanders, for those who don't know, is starting today for the Cleveland Browns. He is going to be the starter. Last week, he came in for injured Dylan Gabriel.
Ben, he says Josh Allen is done. Window is closed. Patriots reclaim what's theirs. I just told you why they're the fake. They're the Fakeriots. The Fakeriots.
Patriots.
Yes.
That's a good one.
20-52. Me and Rick could probably get 9 other guys and go out and play and end up 20-52. I mean, 20-52, man. It's not even close. What is that winning percentage? That's what, 20%?
52. I'm not even going to look it up, but I know it's. Hey, it's just like back to what we were saying. As I was watching some of this stuff, I was realizing Cleveland management, it's not the coaching, has done wrong. Kevin Stefanski, last week, I put it online, and I said there, Kevin Stefanski is, for Cleveland head coach, he is marked for failure this year. If he returns next year, to be a miracle.
Yeah.
They have done the coach wrong, not the player. They've done the coach wrong. Because last week, I heard it. Oh, well, he didn't get reps enough, so he wasn't sharp. If you're not the starting quarterback, what 5th-round pick gets reps with the starter?
Yeah, with the first team. Yeah.
Hey, you want to know how I know? Ask Tom Brady, 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
He didn't get a damn rep when Drew Bledsoe was there. You want to know what his rep was? Mental.
Yeah.
Go into the damn classroom, sit down, study, get behind the starter, see what he's doing, see what he sees, ask questions.
Yeah.
And then that's when Bledsoe never got his job back once he went down.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they've done Stefanski wrong because people now are saying, well, Shedeur Sanders didn't get reps with the starters. That's why he looks so bad. He's a second string. At this point, he's a
third string.
Yeah, how's he going to get reps? He's not supposed to.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the starter.
He was number 3 because it was Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and then Shedeur.
Right. And then it became Gabriel Shedeur. Mm-hmm. Understand something for all those who are sitting here saying that Shedeur Sanders did not get a fair chance. He's going to get a fair chance today. And I'll be quite honest with you. I think he's going to improve because they're playing a horrible team.
Yeah.
If they were playing, I'll be quite honest, they were playing Myles Garrett, which, if he was on a different team playing Myles Garrett, or Myles Garrett was on another team.
Yeah.
Which I will say this, Shedeur, learn to throw the ball away and not drop back so far because Max Crosby's going to have a field day with you today, buddy. Max Crosby's going to have a field day today.
This is where you can come out and make a statement saying, yeah, maybe I should have been playing after week 4.
Exactly.
This is a game that you can win. Speaking of Myles Garrett, 15 sacks through 10 games.
He's on record-breaking pace.
7.5 sacks. he has 7 games left. He needs 8 sacks to break the record.
Well, heck, he can get that today. He can get 8 sacks today.
Does he break the record, you think?
With the way
barring injury.
Barring injury, Myles Garrett breaks the record.
He
shatters the record. Barring injury. Myles Garrett has 30 sacks this year.
You got Strahan and TJ Watt tied at 22.5 for the most sacks in a season. I think he hits 24.
I think he hits more at the rate he's going right now. Now it depends on who they're playing in the final of the season.
If he can get 3 today, I think he gets it.
I think he gets 4 today. I really do.
I mean, 2. He's got an average a sack and a sack and a half, or I don't know how you get a half a sack. But
now I do have to ask this question while we're sitting here talking about it, and for those who are on Facebook, we're getting ready to go off, and then we're going to YouTube. So, but I want to ask this while we got about 4 minutes remaining on Facebook. Philadelphia Eagles do not look like the same Philadelphia Eagles. There's inline inter-squad division right now.
Yeah, but they're still good. They're still good. At the end of the day, they're going to play for each other out there when they're needed. They're still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Rams. I like the Rams a lot. But, dude, Philly still finds ways to win, even in close games. We've picked against them how many times this year? They've proved us wrong. We picked Detroit to beat them, and they beat Detroit.
And that was the worst I see Jared Goff play.
Yeah, I mean, they find ways, man. I hate to say it.
I will say this.
Mark's going, but Philly's good.
But I will say this: that Detroit game, they gave that game to Philly. Yeah. That was bad refereeing. They gave that game to Philly.
You can't let the refs decide it for you. You got to play out.
Yeah, but once again, it comes to
this. Ben.
Yeah.
Drake May is not a clone. He is not a clone of Tom Brady. 20-52. Remember that. That's the only number you need to worry about. When you face a real team in the first round of the playoffs, because you're not going to get the bye, it will be bye-bye. It will be bye-bye Patriots. The New England Patriots will be out of the playoffs. I will wear my pie. I don't have a problem with that. The Saints could probably have the same record with the schedule that you have.
Wow.
So, and what does that say?
Wow. The Saints would have a better record.
All right. Well, we're going to go over last week's games real quick before we go off the air on Facebook.
Get bonus footage.
I'm going to save Ben for last because we're going to have a good laugh. Rick, you made a good comeback. You went 6-2 last week. That brings you overall to 34-29.
Yeah.
You're up there.
Yeah.
I also went 6-2.
That's because I piggyback off of you.
Puts me up to 42-21 on the year.
Yeah, you won. You already know that.
And Ben is back to Ben's self. He went 4-4.
Oh, I'm ahead of Ben now. Or am I close? I'm catching up to him.
You all are actually tied.
I'm catching up, Ben.
You are tied. You are both 34-29.
Yeah, I've caught up, Ben. Caught up.
So, good luck to you two. I mean, I got an 8-game lead. I can miss every game one week and still won't be caught. I just wish that translated to fantasy.
I wish it would translate to Ben's head. Patriots and Drake.
Hey, ask him why he's at a Baltimore game instead of a Pats game.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
why?
Because he wants to go see a real quarterback and running back do work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on Facebook, we're getting ready to go to YouTube. And we do conversate live on YouTube also, and we wish you would go there. So
we haven't done our picks yet. We'll save them for the first hour. You picked the Chiefs to win last week. How'd that work out for you?
He's talking to Ben for those on YouTube who don't know what he's talking about. He's talking to Ben over here.
He picked the Chiefs to win last week, and that didn't work.
Our host decided not to show up.
He said free ticket. Free ticket.
Our host decided not to show up and go to a Baltimore game.
Yeah, and he's a Patriots fan.
And leave us hanging out here and sitting. But yet he wants to dictate who he's picking over the phone.
Yeah. And watch him be like, Ravens win today. Yeah, Ravens win today.
Hey, secretly he's a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Never been there.
I've been there to see Metallica, not the Ravens.
I bet you that was a good concert, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So for those of you who are on Facebook, please turn over to YouTube.
Look, Ravens win today.
YouTube. We're going to YouTube and we're going to talk football more on YouTube, discuss that and some more stupid stuff that we normally do. Ben Burke is killing us over here. So join us on YouTube, please. Go down.
Pretty please.
YouTube. Look us up. Hey, we'll see you next week. Sunday morning work day. Yes, indeed. So we are here.
Oh, I'm a 48-23. I'm sorry. I got a 14-game lead.
14-game lead, right? So here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you if you left Facebook to come to YouTube to chit-chat with us. We are here. We're back. We're bad. He's white. I'm mad. It doesn't matter. But still, while he's doing that, we're going to get ready to go into some of our NFL picks. But as we do that, matter of fact, that's what we're going to do. As we introduce you, I'm going to Sunday morning work day, so that's what I'm doing. So I can chat with you people live.
I'm trying to, but I don't want to back out.
Yeah, so I'm going to our channel here so we can chat live, ladies and gentlemen, because we deserve it. You deserve it. We all deserve it. Let's have a conversation. And so I got that turned muted, so you ain't got to hear that echo behind the voice.
Echo.
And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sunday morning work day. Once again, we just left Facebook. We're here on YouTube, waiting for people to come on in. And please come on in, like us, join us, sign up.
Yeah.
Say what?
You don't see my message? Yeah.
Yo back. Are you back? Yo back. We're chatting with ourselves here too. So, but come on in, join us, ladies and gentlemen, on the chat line here. And while we're going into it, let's go into the football part again because we're getting ready to make our Sunday picks. Before we do that, let me get to something here on the basketball situation. For the NBA, if any of y'all don't know, Chris Paul has announced his retirement. He will be retiring after this year. Legendary Chris Paul, CP3. I've watched plenty of basketball in my days. I've seen plenty of point guards. Isaiah Thomas was a great point guard for the Detroit Pistons. Joe Dumas was also a great point guard for the Pistons because they played that 1 and 2 role very well.
Yep.
The reason I'm saying this because when I watch point guards that came into the league to play, Chris Paul stands out. CP3 stands out because it was never about him.
No.
A lot of people don't realize if you've watched basketball, some of the egos that people have, and if you actually watch when he played with Lob City in Los Angeles with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, when he played in Lob City with the Clippers, it was one of the best Chris Paul versions I've ever seen because of his delivery of the basketball, his control as a court general, as a point guard. So I say, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Chris Paul this year because it's the last of the true point guards you're ever going to see.
Yes.
He was one of the last of the true point guards. Okay? That's the reason why I want to talk about what he was doing because Chris Paul, he came in the era with Shaq, all that.
Yep.
But he was, when you watch all these basketball players now versus when he was probably the last one to really come in. Truly the last of the true point guards that handle the ball, that's a floor general, that directs, and was a true leader. Now, so just for some more basketball news, and then we'll get to our NFL picks. What a lot of people don't know, Russell Westbrook starting to gain ground and got a starting position.
Yeah.
I say that because Russell Westbrook, I've never been a fan of Russell Westbrook. I like his play. I've just never been a fan.
Yeah.
Certain players, I just don't. I like their play, just not a fan. But I will say this, Russell Westbrook. I'm going to apologize for any bad thoughts I used to have about you when you played with Houston. For anything that I had about you, because I'm going to say this: when you went to the Lakers, everybody called you Westbrick. Wasn't your fault, dude. Because I see you're flourishing now.
Yeah.
So that tells me where the poison was actually coming from.
Mm-hmm.
When he got to LA, he was a scapegoat for LeBron James. Everything that went wrong was Westbrook's fault. Same thing with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I'm coming to find out, which I've always known, but I'm letting all you people realize, when is LeBron James going to ever accept responsibility? When he was in Cleveland and they lost, I need help.
Yeah.
When he was in Miami and they didn't pan out the way it was supposed to be, really the scapegoat was Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
And Pat Riley, the organization, they didn't do him right. Went back to Cleveland, wins a championship, but chases Kyrie Irving out.
Yep.
Chases some of the best players out because of his ego.
Yeah. There's a common denominator there, people.
Yeah. Then you go to LA. You bring Anthony Davis over, which is, I'm like, okay, this might work. You win a championship on the bubble. I don't count that. I'm sorry. That does not count. The COVID bubble does not count as a championship.
No.
So really, you have none in LA. Okay? You have none, LeBron. So then you pick up Westbrook. Things start to falter. And who gets the blame? Westbrook.
Yep.
So you ship Westbrook out of there. Then you pull a little coup, so to speak. You trade off and you betray Anthony Davis behind his back, get him shipped down to Dallas, bring up Luka, and then behind it all the time, Anthony Davis just didn't fit the scheme. But yet you went behind his back to get him traded. Yep. Yes, that is inside information. You went behind his back, LeBron, to get Anthony Davis traded. That's why Anthony Davis doesn't like you anymore, because he found out what kind of snake you really are. And then to sit there and see how the Lakers are playing right now, LeBron, you better get used to being number 3. Because if you're number 2 or number 1, you're going to destroy what the Lakers have built.
The best thing you can do is come off the bench.
I mean, I don't care if he starts. Don't destroy the rhythm that Reeves and Doncic have.
Yeah.
Because right now the Lakers are a contender. And all he's going to do once he puts his pride in there, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. I can't make nothing, but give me the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to destroy that team.
Yep. But he don't care.
No, I know.
He don't care.
It's about him. But, I'm just letting him know.
Then the best thing happened is his boy got sent back down to the D-League.
Yep, man.
Shit's going to change now in LA.
Well, it's already changing because they've already put their foot down. They're not going to extend it.
Yeah.
They're not going to pan down to his little demands anymore.
Yeah, plus the team got sold, did they not?
But Jeannie Buss still has some control.
Yeah.
And she's even
But the Buss boys are out of the picture now. So
but they wasn't even going to agree to it from what the inside. There was nobody in that Laker organization right now. And people don't realize, who still has a hand in the Laker organization? One of the great ones. Yep. Besides Washington. The Dodgers.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings. As a matter of fact, it would probably make me happy if why not just let him go? Just release him.
Because of the money.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Pay his contract out. Let somebody else fucking deal with it.
What they're hoping is that they can get some trade value off of him before the deadline. Because what it is, some team will want to pick him up. But the bad part is he's looking for one of these high-end teams. Yeah. Like the Warriors. He wants to go to the Warriors. LeBron wants to go play with Steph. Yeah. Because he says that basically he's thinking that's cement his legacy. No, that means you went to another super team. But the bad part is you go to the Warriors, guess who leaves? Draymond Green. Because they can't keep both contracts. So that would be the trade. Plus draft picks. See, so the Warriors have to give up a lot. And no team's going to give that up. No sane team. Not a team that's in the playoff category.
That's got to be Ben. What kind of pies you guys like? Oh.
You know who that is. That's Heidi.
Oh, that's Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi.
I told you, lemon meringue. I told you I'll go double or nothing if y'all lose in the first round of playoffs. Oh, are you agreeing to the double or nothing in the first round of playoffs? He just said okay. But none of the contending teams are going to eat that contract and give up draft picks to get LeBron.
Exactly.
So he's going to have a choice. Nope, he's not agreeing to the first round exit in the playoffs because he knows it's going to happen.
Oh, you back on football, Ben? Oh, let's go there.
Denver and Pats in the AFC title game.
You're making us laugh, man. So here we go. So while we're going to the NFL, since we're here now, let's talk about it because Ben really wants to talk about it. I really want to talk about it, and I think we should just talk about it. So let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about?
Seriously, it will happen. Seriously, it will.
We got to go with some picks.
Happen.
We got to go with some picks. Since Ben wanted to chime in, we're going to go with some picks. Let me get to the schedules here, and then we'll go to we'll get to the picks regular season.
Packers Lions NFC title game. No, there's no way that the Rams. If anybody, depending on how the bracket lines up, it'll probably be the Rams, Eagles.
Rams, Eagles.
In the championship game.
I agree. Here we go with the scores. Last week's scores. Last week was the 17th.
Rams, Pats, Super Bowl.
So for those of y'all who missed last week, Rams, Pats, Super Bowl. My gosh. Okay. I'm going over some of the scores for everybody. Last week, the Texans beat the Bills. I still don't know how that happened on Thursday night. I really don't. Besides Josh Allen having a bad day. The Cowboys, of course, beat the Raiders. That wasn't a no-brainer. Everybody would have went with that one anyway. The Eagles defeated the Lions 16-9. That was one of the games we talked about. Broncos beat the Chiefs 22-19. Ravens beat the Browns, which is actually a good game. Buccaneers lost to the Bills, but that's because the Buccaneers are depleted. They are, Texans beat the Titans. Packers beat the Giants. Jaguars beat the Chargers. I mean, they whipped the Chargers. That's what you were talking about earlier. Steelers, of course, beat the Bengals. Panthers beat the Falcons. Falcons are still pretty good. Bears beat the Vikings, and the Dolphins beat the Commanders. Nobody expected that one.
The Panthers are 6-5, and the Falcons are 3-7.
Exactly.
There's something crazy. Like I said, there's something weird going on in the NFL this year.
Yeah, so we're going to go off with some picks today.
Well, we can start off with the Steelers-Bears is going to be interesting. Does Aaron Rodgers play?
The Steelers-Bears?
Does Aaron Rodgers play with the broken wrist? So
yes.
It's not throwing hand.
Yes.
I think the Bears win.
I do too because I'm starting to like Caleb Williams.
I think the Bears win.
I'm with you on that. I like Caleb Williams. I do. He's maturing. I'm not saying he's still going to be
picking the Steelers.
I'm not saying he's elite, but he's maturing. And he's showing leadership.
Yeah, I mean, he's
actually becoming a good quarterback.
We'll pick game 2 because of Ben.
The Colts Chiefs. I've already told
New England.
Oh, yeah.
New England. Oh, I got it up too, but mine's just in a different order. New England at Cincinnati.
I'll take. Okay, Joe Burrows is not starting. He's not coming back. They're going to go ahead and hold him back. Cincinnati's basically already called the season the wash once they did that.
Of course you're picking the Pats, Ben. That's why we picked that game.
Exactly. And I'll, you know what, Ben? I'll even join you on that one.
They have no Jamar Chase. Their defense can't stop anybody.
Which we'll talk about that too, why they don't have Jamar Chase, because that was idiotic.
There's another one of them games at 20-52, Ben. Congratulations. 20-52.
And that's why everybody's riding with the Pats. Colts Chiefs. Good game.
In Kansas City. I gotta go with Indy.
I'm going with Indy too.
Ben picked the Chiefs.
Good googly moogly. Is that who you're taking?
He's got the daggone Bengals putting 30 up today. He's got the Pats winning 45-30.
It ain't gonna get that high.
It ain't gonna get that high.
It's not gonna get that high. There are some good games today.
He's got the Chiefs winning 43-42. What are you playing, Madden?
Yeah, they got some good games today, but we want to go. I want to do 2 games or 3 games because Thursday is Thanksgiving. And they got some games on Friday too. So you're going to see the Bears twice. Because they play the Eagles also this week. Playing Friday. I'm not going to worry about that game. I don't want to talk about the Bears. But we do have some Thursday games that I do want to talk about because it's traditional.
Yeah, we'll do let's do 3 more this week games, then we'll end with the Thanksgiving games.
Well, we got to discuss it. Buccaneers Rams.
Bucks Rams. That's a damn good game.
Bucks Rams.
Godwin's back. Tampa's slowly getting healthy.
This is going to be a barn burner of a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a barn burner.
I want to ride my.
Put me down for the Bucks. Baker Mayfield pulls this one out. They have been gritty all season long with injuries.
Ben picks Tampa as well. I want to ride.
I tell you why I'm not going with LA right now. They haven't lost in a while. They've been playing up to par. They're due for a loss.
I just don't.
I agree. They're due for a crappy game.
I gotta ride the Rams.
Now you ride the Rams.
I mean, I want to pick Baker so bad.
Now
it's a coin flip.
Yeah, it is.
God, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Now I got to go with this one because it's an interconference game. Vikings, Packers.
Oh, Packers easily.
You're going Packers?
Dude, the Vikings are not good. They're 4-6. They're not good.
But this is a conference game.
It's not good.
You think Jordan Love is going to pull this one out?
I think Jordan Love wins.
No faith in J.J. McCarthy?
No. Ben picks the Vikings.
Well, then I'm going with you. I'm going with the Packers. He already told me who his pick was. Now, if he would have said Packers, you know I was going to take Minnesota, right?
He says Jay Jets is going to have 3 touchdowns.
He might. I mean, it's a divisional game. I'm not going to count out the Vikings, but I got to take the Packers too. I got to go with more seasoned teams, I should say. And then I got to go with the next one, the Eagles Cowboys. It's interconference. The only reason I'm doing it. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on this program, you hear me. I'm a Cowboys fan. And I always pick against them. But today I'm going with the Cowboys.
I think I am too. I think Dallas wins.
I just got a feeling.
I think Dallas wins. And Ben said that's the episode of the week. He's picking Dallas.
All 3 of us.
Dallas across the board.
That's a rarity.
I think it's catching up to Philly.
Yeah.
These close games. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas doesn't have their way with them today.
And something else that I've noticed, they've had the fall away from the tush push as much because it's not working as well.
Yeah.
Because now that what you said, the way they have to line up properly, it's not working anymore as well.
I think Dallas might win by 14 or more.
There's a possibility with that. With what people don't know, also they've already talked about extending. They're already going to franchise Pickett, so he's going to be back.
Yeah.
So, and we got room now. We're getting room after next year. I'm going to tell you the worst thing that they could have done, if anything. Cowboys, y'all should have picked up Hendrickson from Cincinnati. He wanted out. He still wants out.
Yeah.
I would have picked him up. He's not asking for much. He's really not asking for money. He just wants out of Cincinnati because they're not giving him help. And the help that he's not getting, he's not talking about the help on the defensive end. He's talking about get our quarterback some help so he can stand upright.
Yeah.
We can't win ball games if we're holding teams at 10 and they're beating us by field goals because we don't have a quarterback that can get us down the field.
Yeah.
And this is not a knock against Flacco. Flacco is doing the best that he can.
With what he's got.
Exactly. And Jamar Chase, I have to say this. What you did, it wasn't the spitting. I mean, yes, that was disrespectful. You lied about it, dude. Jalen Ramsey got thrown out of a game for something that you did. That's why That's why you're gone this week. Jalen Ramsey's going to be playing this week. But you shouldn't have spit on it, dude. Jalen Ramsey said exactly what I would figure a fierce competitor would say. Because when they said what was going on, he said we were having words.
And that's
but words don't. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
He wasn't worried about that. He said he spit on them.
Yeah.
And he said screw the game after that.
Yeah. And then you turn around and lie to the media right to their face.
It never came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And did you forget the film footage?
Yeah.
They pulled that up close, dude. The very day that it happened, they had already said, hold up.
Yeah.
And I will say this, in the beginning, before that footage came up, there were a lot of people that were defending you until they seen that footage. And they even there were some pro players that were like, dude, I would have knocked the hell out of it.
Yeah.
There were some pro players that were talking about, dude, you would have did that to me and you would have been laying somewhere.
Yeah, you'd have been done ski.
Because there were some 300-pound defensive linemen that were talking. And then I was just like, yeah, Jamar Chase, that was another cornerback right there. That wasn't a lineman.
Yeah.
Because if one of them would have got a hold of you, it would have been over. But I say that because, look, guys, you got caught on film, man. You got caught lying. So guess what? Anything else you do is now going to be under scrutiny. And I'm not talking about if say BJ is you. I can provoke you now. And I can say, oh, he started. He spit on me.
Yeah.
And guess what? More people are going to believe that than anything.
Yep.
Because you know what they're going to say? Well, he lied about the first one. He probably lied about this one too.
Exactly right.
So,
I spit on you. Dude, I thought it was going to be louder on this metal chair. How about I shit on you?
Y'all see what I'm doing? You know what happened, right?
Let's get to some Thanksgiving Day football.
Yes, let's get to it. Thanksgiving Day football.
Let's do Detroit Green Bay first.
That's going to be a barn burner too, but I got to go with Detroit.
I agree. I'm taking the loins.
The loins?
I'm going to take the loins.
The loins.
Ben, who do you have in that game?
Packers Lions, Ben.
Packers Lions, Thanksgiving Day.
And as we wait for that response,
we'll go ahead and we'll go to the second one. I'm not bothered about the 8:00 game.
Well,
that 4:30 game I really like. Kansas City at Dallas.
I'm sorry, but I'm taking Dallas for 2 wins in a row.
Me too.
I think they beat the Chiefs. I really do. I think they beat the Chiefs.
Dallas wins 2 games in a row for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long.
It's been a while. Been quite a while.
And then that will quiet the Kansas City playoff hopes.
That will. Because I think they lose the day. Well, really, I think they lose the day to the Colts is done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
that'll solidify it.
Yeah,
that'll solidify it.
I think this week they'll lose, and then I think the Cowboys put them out in misery next week and say, no, y'all's playoff runners.
Yeah, Ben, we need to know who you pick between the Lions and Packers on Thanksgiving and Dallas and Kansas City.
So that's my picks for there. I'm not even worried about the Bengals-Ravens game.
No, that's.
I mean, that to me, no. I think the Ravens win.
But why don't the Cowboys and Indians play on Thanksgiving?
You know they used to.
Yeah, that
took
should
it
be
away.
an every year game.
Well, that's just like to me is you always Thanksgiving Day was these three teams you always see play. You always see Detroit, and they would always face somebody in the division.
Yep.
Which would be Green Bay or Minnesota. You would always see Green Bay. So those two teams, if they wasn't playing each other, were always playing, and then Dallas.
Yep.
And what the games usually were, Dallas would always play Washington. Detroit would either play Minnesota or Chicago, and then Green Bay would play the opposite, either Chicago or, whoever they wasn't playing. It was really never an AFC team in there. This year, I believe we are getting some AFC teams in there. But that used to be the way it would always set up year after year after year after year after year. They have gotten in the mix of getting other teams involved, but still the mainstay is Detroit. Detroit should always be there. And Dallas. Those are two teams who should always play on Thanksgiving.
All right. This is some historical shit here.
History. The
Detroit Lions have the most Thanksgiving Day wins with 37. But they have an overall record of 37-45-2 on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Dallas Cowboys have the second most wins with 33 and have a winning record of 33-22-1.
Not bad.
The Bears are 20-15-2 on Thanksgiving, and Green Bay is 15-20-2.
So Green Bay really has the worst record on Thanksgiving.
Well, no. 37-45, 7 games. No, I mean, the teams with the best records, minimum of 10 games played. The Eagles are 6-1. Vikings are 7-2. Dolphins are 5-2, and the Saints are 3-1.
Somebody, Caleb is a fairy.
Yeah.
Caleb is not a fairy.
He's just mad because I spoke so much truth on his team today.
Don't be mad. Be glad that we spoke this much truth out here, because that's what we do.
He's probably on his phone now, fact checking everything I put out there. He's probably going to come back and say, "Man, you're right. 20-52. That'd be very good."
So as we're talking about this NFL thing here, and as we got through our picks here, I just want to remind people that our picks, if you go to fantasy and use them, you probably lose. Well,
I mean, I've won way more than I've lost.
Yeah.
I thought.
What are you doing in fantasy? I gotta know what's the score in fantasy.
All right, let me give you the lowdown on the fantasy league here.
I'm waiting.
I gotta bring it up. Hold on, daggone a minute.
Oh, I know.
All right, the Ball Sacks in Sunday Morning Workday League. That's my team name, the Ball Sacks. Of course, right now I'm in 5th place. I'm a game behind Ben. He's in 2nd. There's 3 teams tied at 8-3. I'm playing the number 1 guy who's 9-2. I'm down 52-3 after the Thursday night game. Ben is up, but I'm projected to lose and he's projected to win this week. But I am right there, 7-4 in 5th place all alone. I got a 2-game lead over the 6th place team. So it doesn't matter. I win in the playoffs when it counts. I just got to get in.
The confidence. I went in the playoffs.
Dude, I won. I squeaked in with a losing record last year and won it all with a losing record. But I won it all. But I don't know how Ben is favored. Let's see. Well, he's playing a guy that's 3-8 and in 10th place. That's how Ben is favored today.
Well,
he's got Drake May. Oh, he talks all this shit about how Josh Allen is so bad, but he's got Josh Allen on his fantasy team. He's got some guy named Teteroa McMillan as the starting receiver. And God. I've never even heard of that guy. He plays for Carolina, but yet he's projected to have 41 points against San Francisco. Not going to happen. DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs, Emeka Ibuka, Bijan Robinson. He started some running back from Buffalo named Ray Davis. He's got Michael Carter, no Bucky Irving, George Kittle, Jameson Williams, Calvin Austin, Mac Hollins, Kyle Pitts, Kadarrell Hodge, whoever that guy is, and the kicker from New England. Yeah. My team by far is better than his, even on paper. I got Jordan Love.
Man, you're getting roasted here, man.
I got Jordan Love and Lamar Jackson, Tyler Lockett, Michael Pittman, Kayshon Boutte, if he ever plays again. I got Godwin, Breece Hall. One of my starting running backs is Kyle Juszczyk from the fullback, because there's nobody out there in our league, because the way you set this league up, there's nobody available. Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Mark Andrews, Dalton Schultz, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Hunter Henry, and Joe Flacco.
You got an all-star team.
And I got Keenan Allen on the bye this week. He's on the bench.
Yeah, you got an all-star team.
I got Mike Evans on injured reserve if he ever comes back. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know how he wins with this crappy team.
Well, he probably got Robert Kraft calling up the place, and
Yeah, well, when you're playing the 10th place team who's 3-8,
yeah,
he's probably played all the bad guys, because I beat him when we played head to head. Matter of fact, let me bring up the score of that game.
He's gonna bring up the highlights for this one, Ben, because he beat you head to head. So with that, man, my stomach is growling.
Yeah, I had to fry me a couple eggs early on.
Man,
I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Yeah, I've been up too, so both of us didn't get no sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this because I have to talk about this. StrasburgChiropractic.com. Strasburg Chiropractic. I use chiropractic medicine. Strasburg Chiropractor on 100 Founders Way, Suite 3. That's where I go. Ryan Stilson. He's a chiropractor. And I'm going to say this. I've never believed in chiropractor. I never did chiropractic medicine. I never believed in it. I have to say, now that I've seen a chiropractor, it's good for people, really. I walk better. I got more energy. I can turn my neck in ways that I used to not be able to turn it.
He's picking the loins as well.
And while Ben's feeding
in Kansas City. He's picking Kansas City over Dallas.
But chiropractic medicine, Ben, you're crazy. But chiropractic medicine, it really does work. I found that when I got into the chair, and they got this chair you lay in, or this table, and it bends you, stretches you. And then they come out, they pull your ankles, feel it pop.
That's what I'm talking about. That's when I need some of that in my life.
Pull the other one, feel it pop. Then they move, they got you laying in that, or while you're laying face down on that table, they pull the belly out. And they'll tell you, breathe in, and then breathe out. Right when you breathe out, boom, you'll feel it pop. They work all the way up your spine, you feel it pop.
They said the Chiefs are going to win big.
Whatever. Now, then they'll turn you, twist your spine, make it pop, both sides. Then they sit you in a chair. That's when he does. Now, that's the only part that gets me because I watch too many movies. Yeah, that's the only part. I watch too many movies on this. But he does, and they turn it, and you can, man. I'm telling you, I walk out of there. I go to work now. I don't have too much. The only thing that bothers me at times is if I have a sciatica that acts up. Otherwise than that, I walk better, feel better, stand taller. I never realized.
Have to do it.
He's right, dude. Give him a call.
I might have to go up there and do
Give him
that.
a call, man. I am telling you, I was a doubter.
I would probably feel 10 times better if I had all my bones broken.
Yeah.
Stretched out, popped out.
And then he's also got a table that if you choose to use after all that, you can just go and lay in and just rolls to massage your back. Rolls to your back.
I don't like the massage chairs.
You don't have to. That's an option. But
I've seen some of the videos where them chiropractors take like that towel when they're laying down, they like wrap it around your chin and they pull. And dude, some of them women just like, oh, that would probably be me the minute he grabbed a hold of my neck. But
Lions and M&M. I had to read it. But
Ben, you just sit up there and enjoy yourself.
Because have fun.
You're tripping. He had nothing to say about my record when I told him what his record was against 20 and 52, Ben. 20 and 52.
So for those of y'all, I was just saying it. Try it. You really need to. Try it. Chiropractic medicine does work. I was a big doubter of it. I'm telling you, you feel a lot better after getting some of that work done to you, after getting some of them bones popped back into place. And I mean, see, this is what it all work. Effective, gentle chiropractic, neck pain, back pain, sciatica, headaches, migraines, which I had ever since I had a crushed skull. I was suffering from migraines. I don't suffer from migraines as much anymore. Foot and ankle pain, and that's why my ankles don't hurt anymore. But all this.
I got all that.
Exactly.
It's probably just my age.
That was the main thing. Bulging disc and herniated. That's
I got
what I
that
had.
in my neck. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, after he popped some of that stuff back in place, man.
I could probably get 15, 20 more years out of these shoulders.
Man, you when you feel
I might be the first 50-year-old rookie on the mound for the Yankees next year.
I might be doing you as a reliever.
I got rubber arm. I can pitch
First 58-year-old, close to 60 as a reliever. I mean, I feel it makes you feel better because a lot of people, we don't realize that blood flows through the bones. And you think about it, if you're getting your stuff being put back in place that was bulging, that realigns that blood flow. And that's what I believe is happening.
Not going to happen, Ben. He says Baltimore's going to lose to Cincinnati and Burrow's return. If Cincinnati has any sense,
Burrow's not returning.
They sit that kid the rest of the year.
Burrow's not returning. He came across the wire. He's not supposed to return today. They're going to go ahead and sit him. Call the season.
Yeah, they need to, because why bring him back?
Yeah,
when they're playing for nothing.
Yeah, and they don't want to do
loss.
I mean, you already got Flacco out there. He's maintained as best as he could.
Yeah.
Ain't no use changing nothing.
No.
Until you can shore up that offensive line.
Let's bring his kid back and let him get murdered the last 3 games of the year.
Well, we possibly lose him for the rest of his career. Yeah. Why?
Let him sit, draft a couple linemen this year, trade Henderson to the Cowboys for their 2 first-rounders, get a couple offensive linemen, protect him, do something. Because I think Zach Johnson's gone. I think he's done.
Well, that's my whole thing. There's something I want to ask because you were a coach, I was a coach. We've done this before, maybe not pro coaches, but we were coaches. How long do you think it takes to build a team?
To do it the right way?
Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
A lot of these coaches, the reason I'm bringing it up is because there's a lot of these coaches on the coaching carousel that only get maybe a year or 2.
Yeah.
I myself am a firm believer that if you draft well, pick up free agents well, and they believe in what you're selling as a coach, I believe coaches should have more than 3 years to coach a team.
if you're going to fire a head coach, you got to fire the general manager too, because 99% of the time it's the general manager's decision when who comes in. They have the final say. You can go up and say you want so and so and so and so and so and so, but it all comes down to the GM whether he can get it done or if the owner even allows it. And that's the problem with going to these small market teams. You're not going to get the money to go out and sign the players that you need. I'm not saying they have to be a big name. I'm talking about decent fillers. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
not everybody can go out and sign a Trent Williams.
Right, but
not everybody can go out and sign, there's not very many Trent Williams in the league that can protect the quarterback's blind side like he does.
But like Dallas, what you say, they filled in.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get expensive, but their defense did improve with what they got.
Yes.
It wasn't, we're not going to break the bank, but we're going to get what we need that can help us.
Washington did it wrong this year. I definitely did it wrong. We got older. It kind of reminded me of like the Dan Snyder offseason where he signed Bruce Smith, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, all the over the hill guys.
We did sign, we brought in Jesus Christ, the damn defensive end, Von Miller. Yeah, it was only on a 1-year deal. He has done nothing. We're the oldest team in the damn league. It's time to.
Oldest team with one of the youngest quarterbacks.
What we're seeing in New England is the same thing we saw in Washington last year. It's a fluke. Washington is what they have been for the last 20 years. We're nowhere near there yet. Are we improving? Yes, because we started getting younger. But then they're like, oh, we need some missing pieces. Well, let's sign these old fuckers. I love Bobby Wagner to death. He is still an elite linebacker in the league.
And he's the only one who's really proven.
Yes. We probably got Von Miller for $8 million, maybe. We could have taken that $8 million and invested in something else. We are decimated by injuries. There's anybody if you're a fan, you will agree that Washington was just decimated by injuries this year.
And that's the key, though, for any team. Any team, because that's what I was saying about Detroit last year.
Yes.
They were decimated by, football, sports are fickle in general. But right now, football, when you're looking at, you're making a playoff push. This, right now, starting this week, and even last week, you can actually say, is when it's the worst time that you could ever have injuries.
Yes.
Especially the lasting ones.
Yes. Because
you're trying to make a push to get to the playoffs. You have a key injury, 1 or 2 games could toss you out.
Yeah. Yep. And Tampa did surprisingly well being just depleted.
Right.
They're still in it. They're going to get healthy now. They already get one back today. And Evans could be back. Evans could be back before the end of the year.
And the reason I'm giving Tampa the credit is because every game they played, even without those guys, they've been in.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield has, we talk about MVPs in this league. And we talk about, last week we talked about the Colts, and then you talk about Michael Pittman and all these guys. I'm sorry, the more I look at it, we give it to the guys who are winning. We don't think about the guys like Baker who are gutting it out with no talent around them right now.
Yes.
And playing games close.
Yes.
Shouldn't that get a caliber of MVP vote?
Yes.
And I say that, and I'm a Cowboy fan, but Dak, I got to give you credit for what you've done in Dallas. All this time I've dogged Dak, but Dak, he hasn't thrown many interceptions. He's gotten the ball down the field in a timely manner, hitting receivers. It's the defense who's let him down. So to me, when you're looking at MVP caliber players right now, Dak Prescott is in that conversation. I'm not talking about winners and losers. I'm talking about actual performance. Wow.
Yes.
Dak, Baker, definitely Matt Stafford. He's playing lights out for an older guy right now.
The top 10 right now are Stafford, Drake May, which I don't understand why.
Because of the stats and the winning.
His stats aren't even really that good.
Yeah, but when you're on a winning
Josh
team,
Allen, Jonathan Taylor how is Patrick Mahomes still even in the conversation? Jalen Hurts shouldn't even be in the conversation. Jared Goff shouldn't even be in the conversation. Sam Darnold shouldn't be in the conversation. Jordan Love shouldn't be in the conversation. And then Baker Mayfield.
okay.
Drake May is not an MVP candidate.
Right. Now you all those names that you named, Patrick Mahomes, you're right, should not be in that conversation. No. Not right there, not this year. Sam Darnold, only because you're winning and you are doing better than what you've ever done with this program. I may give him credit for that one because of the point of where he's at. He's always been a journeyman so far. He finally, I think, found a permanent home, and he's playing lights out. I will give Sam Darnold that credit. I do not put Patrick Mahomes on that list because, once again, we're going with guys. When you look at that, they're taking winning teams. They're not taking actual, and that's what we all do. We judge an MVP by the team that you're on and whether they win or not. We don't take a look at the actual performance because the actual performance-wise, some of those guys aren't on that list.
Yeah, they even say it right here. New England is leading in the AFC East, but is it the same tier as the AFC's heavyweight? The Patriots are winning, but not in a way to suggest they're built to run through teams like Baltimore, Indy, or even Denver in January.
Right.
That is the reason why you can't put Drake May in the MVP race. He's going to win 11 or 12 games this year. That doesn't mean that he's the most valuable player in the league.
No.
He just benefited from a soft-ass schedule, playing a bunch of damn nobodies.
And a coach who knows how to put a defense
and
together.
Put some damn numbers up.
Yeah.
You know, you got to look at the Matthew Staffords who does this shit consistently every year of their career.
Right.
You got to look at the Josh Allen. Yeah, they're 6-4, 7-4, whatever the hell they are.
Consistent.
But you take Josh Allen off that Bills team,
they
don't win shit.
Exactly.
You take Drake May off that team and plug him in with a Joe Flacco, they probably win the same amount of games they won this year. You plug in a Joe Burrow, they win the same amount of games. You plug in a Jaden Daniels, they win the same amount of games. Drake May is not an MVP candidate. And Baker Mayfield, he's done it with nothing around him.
Yeah.
The same. To me, I think that's another thing that hurts Josh Allen. They have Keon Coleman, Quentin Johnson. But Keon Coleman is not a top. You imagine having a Jamar Chase or a T. Higgins in Buffalo?
The record that they have now would not be the record that they have now. No. They may have one loss if they had.
James Cook is the second leading rusher in the NFL. They need a number one receiver or number one receiver. Yeah.
They don't. They haven't had a number one receiver since Cook left.
Yeah. I just don't know what.
I mean, since Diggs. Yeah. Ever since Diggs left.
Yeah.
They've never had a number one since then.
I mean, you put a Justin Jefferson on that team.
Oh my gosh. You would have took a Pickett. Put him up there.
You put a Deebo Samuel on that team.
Yeah. It's a different target.
Yes.
And I mean, because when you look, and you just said a name that really brought something back, because even the last few weeks, Deebo Samuels has been coming on for Washington.
He can do everything. He's a wild card. It's like Cordell Patterson. That's what his career in the NFL was. That dude could run jet sweeps, throw the ball, run the ball. You know, Christ, you can put him in the backfield as a running back.
Oh, Cordell Stewart.
No, Cordell Patterson.
Oh, okay. Remember, there was another Cordell Slash.
Yeah,
he was almost the same way.
Cordell
he was a quarterback. He was a quarterback version.
He did that for a living with Minnesota and with Atlanta.
Yeah,
dude, you can put that guy anywhere. And Debo's the same way. And Debo and he's not afraid to go over the middle and get hit because he's going to hit you 99 times out of 100.
He's like 6'5", 6'6", 200 something, 250, 60 pounds.
I mean, he's a monster.
Plus, he's quick.
Yeah, he's a monster.
I mean,
it's just
when you watch. I say when you say he's a monster, I believe you because I seen footage. One of the games I've seen, they had it as an actual slow motion. You know how when they catch a touchdown or something like that. and he stood beside. He was standing beside an offensive lineman, and I could see his arms.
Dude, he looks like a linebacker.
Yeah, I was just like,
yeah.
Hold up, was that Debo Samuel?
Yeah.
As big as he was, I'm like, he almost dwarfed the lineman.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's built like a linebacker, dude. But he's got wheels. I mean, what could have been if everybody was healthy this year? We don't know. I mean, were we a playoff team?
I believe so.
Maybe.
Well, you look at the NFC East right now. Everybody, the Eagles are running away with it because Dallas doesn't have a defense that was sturdy in the beginning. Now their defense is showing up, but you should have did that at the beginning of the year, Jerry Jones. Washington decimated by injuries, and the Giants really, after they were there. They were just one of those teams that will always fight, but now they're going downhill. Now that you fired Daboll,
and then they got Scatterbo's done. They lost Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors. I mean,
and their quarterback, he's hurt,
concussion proof. He's almost a Tua, which I give Tua credit. You stayed pretty healthy so far. Got to give him credit.
Dude, Tua looked good against the Redskins. And if you think about it, we're only a couple years replaced from where Tua threw for damn near 5,000 yards when Miami was just dropping dimes on everybody. Christ, Miami, their offense was explosive as shit.
Yeah, with Waddle
and Tyreek Hill, and it can't be, but a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was only 2 years ago.
But their defense was trash. They couldn't beat them.
Then again, we talk about that, but remember, 2 to 3 years ago, the Jets were looking like they were going to be promising.
Yeah,
I mean, they look like a team that's on the rise, and with the same players, diminished to nothing.
Yeah, I just think some of these franchises, the Browns, the Jets, I hate to put them on there. The Commanders. We're just doomed to mediocrity.
Dallas is fitting in that category too.
And
certain teams aren't going to fit that
cold. The culture is changing, but people got to realize that last year was an anomaly. Give us 3, 4, 5 years.
Then we can younger.
Then we can sit back and look on it and say, "Hey, yeah, this was a true." Year one was not a rebuild. It was an anomaly. There was no way, shape, or form we should have made it to the NFC Championship game.
Here's the key: the blueprint to me, the blueprint for what you're talking about, the building a good team, and what Washington, to me, may have made a mistake. And I only say that because they were coming in after Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
And some of those guys were locked in the contract still to this day because of Dan Snyder. What I see is the key to building a team, and I go this route because what I saw in Seattle was pretty good years ago.
Yes.
Because what Pete Carroll did, he took a secondary. He built from the back to the front.
Yes.
I got a solid secondary to shut down anybody. Now I'm going to get a front line.
Yeah.
I got a defensive front line that's going to be steady. Now I'm going to get my linebackers.
Yeah.
All I need is 2.
Yep.
The other one could be average.
Yeah.
I need one great one,
yeah.
a good mediocre one, and then one, okay, you're average.
Yeah.
And I'll set that as my middle linebacker core. Now I'll work with my offense. I got a quarterback in Russell Wilson, but I'm really not worried about the running game because it's not going to develop unless I get a line. Then Pete Carroll built a line. I'll worry about the receivers later. As long as my quarterback's protected, he's got time. He'll see somebody.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint.
Yeah.
And he's trying, and that's why the Raiders right now have scrapped everything and going to start over. Watch. What they did was
Pete Carroll probably needs to go. That experiment is over as well.
Well, I think what it is, he did the blueprint, but it's hard to duplicate if you ain't got the right players.
Yeah.
He had the right players at the right time to duplicate that process.
Yeah, because, dude, Seattle people used to hate going in there to play.
Yeah.
Dude, their defense was
but to
just
me,
murder's row, man.
But that's what Washington needs to do. You got a young quarterback. You got a decent defense, so if you're going to do anything, get some help on that line to shore up that he does not get injured.
Yeah.
Now, You pick up a couple draft picks on the defensive side to shore up guys that are above average.
Yeah, we need to do away with the Frankie Louvu's and all that.
Yeah, you got to get a couple players that are above average on that defensive side. And then the following year, you do the same thing. And you start to pick and choose. That's where you can start to pick and choose. Yeah. Okay, I need a receiver. I need a running back. And, you shore up what you need. That's where Cincinnati has faltered. They haven't shored up. They get a defense. Okay, we got a good defense. But you don't have nobody protecting Burrow.
Yeah.
He cannot. I always said this about Jeff George and Jeff Hostetler when they played for the Raiders. And even when Jeff Hostetler played with the Giants. They were two of the greatest quarterbacks to never be named.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why they were never named. Because it's hard to see a receiver when you're looking up at the sky or scrambling for your life.
Yep.
Those two could have put up superior numbers. And I'll put it this way. Instead of us talking about the Troy Aikmans of that era, we could have been talking about the Jeff Georges and the Jeff Hostetler.
Yes.
But they were on teams that didn't protect them.
Yeah.
And that's why we're not talking about those guys.
I don't think Aikman to me, all these people say that, well, Eli Manning doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. The Super Bowl wins will get him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Troy
Aikman doesn't win a Super Bowl. Troy Aikman's he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Right.
He doesn't win.
We've argued that point.
You know what I'm saying? And the people don't realize how big of a factor
that offensive
winning that game at the end of the year has on a career.
But also
Eli Manning's a 500 quarterback.
But also people don't pay attention now, and the reason I always argue this about Troy is because he had one of the greatest offensive lines in the NFL.
That's the only reason Emmitt Smith ever broke the record.
Emmitt says that.
Yeah.
Emmitt openly says it was his line.
Yeah.
He had the best line in football history.
Yep.
Football history.
Yep.
That's bar none. Football history.
Yep.
He had the best line.
Because they might be a close second to the Hogs.
I don't know, because I'm telling you, the reason I say that is because
the Hogs, they played together forever, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that core of that offensive line was there for a decade.
But the Hogs were a grinded kind of guys, but they wasn't popping off 10 to 15. In other words, Riggins really wasn't getting to the secondary. They were more maintained ball control.
Yep.
Where the Cowboys, when Emmitt had that line, he was hitting the secondary.
Yeah.
He was popping off 10 yards a pop. By the time they were touching him, it was a safety.
Yeah.
Guess what? Safeties don't like to hit.
No.
And they don't like to get hit.
Nope.
Not by a running back who's coming full speed.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And especially nowadays with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But they had the best offensive lines that would do. And I mean, I watched some of the film. Aikman had time.
He had days.
I watched some of the film of Aikman standing back there. He could have drank a cup of coffee, took a nap, read a newspaper.
Yeah, I mean, you figure back then, the only ones they really had to worry about were the Reggie Whites, the Kevin Greens. That's the only ones they really had to worry about. Shit, the catching Lawrence Taylor at the end of his career.
Yeah. I mean, but I did. And then when you look at what San Francisco gave away to Dallas to help them win.
Yeah.
And a Charles Haley.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
What they were thinking was Charles Haley at that time for San Francisco, him and the coach were at odds.
Yep.
And him and management were at odds. They felt Charles Haley had an attitude problem. What they didn't realize was you sent him to a team where the head coach was a guy who was a major in philosophy and how to deal with people with attitude problems. Because that's what Jimmy Johnson majored in.
Yep.
And so just like they even said, he said he's got attitude problems. He said, I can deal with that.
If Jerry Jones would have kept out of the shit.
There have been 3 in a row, 4 in a row maybe.
You all could possibly have the most Super Bowl wins as a franchise.
I agree.
Jimmy John, I don't know what the hell Jerry Jones was thinking. Oh, well, we'll just get rid of Jimmy Johnson. I think Barry Switzer is going to do it.
That's why I said me and you could have coached that team.
Yeah.
Literally.
We could have won a championship with the freshman playbook.
That was the first. That was the first Super Bowl that I can honestly say they didn't win on skill. They won on talent.
Yeah.
They had the most talent because there was a bad. People don't really. If you watch that team that year, that was not a good Cowboy team.
No. They
just had so much talent on that team that they could win by sheer. Hey, we just outplayed.
Yeah.
We together we're crap.
Yeah.
But we can just outplay you.
Yeah.
We got that much on this team that we can outplay you 1-1. No after talk. LOL. We got groceries to get.
Market orders out. I know. We got to beat the church. We got to beat the church crowd food line.
Yeah, Christy, I'm with you because I got some things I got to do that the wife said. But for those of y'all who joined us on YouTube, please like and share, subscribe, join the whole 9 yards. Send it to your friends. Tell them to like and subscribe. Send it to people you don't even know. Say, hey, go to Sunday Morning Workday.
Yeah,
watch the 3-minute
post something and put that little @ Sunday Morning Workday.
Exactly.
Hashtag, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Pound sign, whatever the hell it is.
Pound town.
Pound town. Yeah.
On the pound town. Hey, so we'll catch y'all later. We'll see y'all next week. Remember to live by faith, not by sight. Live by Yahuwah. It is our light. Bless you all. We'll see you next week.
Go Strasburg.
Go Strasburg.
Keep it up, boys.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
week of practice. Let's do it.
Do it to it.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
We don't
have a great Thanksgiving.
And we'll see you next week.
See you Sunday.
You know what?
Go Commandos. Oh, we got a bye week. We're going to win this week.